So reaction video, guys.
Disconnected.
What's up, guys? Today we will be showing you the similarities and differences of South Korea and China. 안녕하세요. What are you waiting for? Act now. When you think of East Asia, it's easy to lump together China and Korea. Two countries rich in tradition, innovation, and influence. But while they share some surface level similarities, they also have their own differences. Look, this can help you understand their similarities and differences. Good day and welcome to Global Connect News. I'm your anchor, Daphne, and today we take a closer look at the cultural connections between South Korea and China, two countries with long histories and rich traditions. While they have their own unique identities, they also share many similarities that continue to influence their people today. Let's go live to our field reporter Ace for more.
Thank you, Daphne. I am here with two wonderful guests that will help us better understand the similarities between South Korea and Chinese culture. Let's begin with a quick introduction.
안녕하세요. I'm very honored to be here and share insight of our culture and how it connects with China.
你好，我是阿比，那是中国，谢谢您的邀请。I'm excited to talk about our culture and what makes them special.
Let's start with values. What is one major similarity between your cultures?
One of the most important similarities is our deep respect for others, which is strongly influenced by Confucian philosophy. In South Korea, this respect is shown in many ways, not only through bowing but also through the way we speak. We use honorific language depending on the age or status of the person we are talking to.
In daily life, younger people are expected to listen carefully to elders, follow their advice, and show politeness in both words and actions. Even in modern society, this value remains very strong, especially within families. For example, during family gatherings, the eldest members are served first, and their opinions are highly valued when making important decisions. How about you, Abby? Are there any similarities between your cultures and values?
I completely agree. It is very similar in China. Respect for elders is a core value that has been passed down for thousands of years. It is also rooted in Confucian teachings, particularly the idea of filial piety, which
which means honoring and caring for one's parents and ancestors.
In Chinese families, children are taught from a young age to be obedient, respectful, and grateful to their elders. This respect is expressed not only through language, but also through actions, such as taking care of aging parents and prioritizing family needs. Even in modern China, this tradition continues to play a very important role in shaping social behavior and relationships.
That's very insightful. Now, let's talk about food. How are your food cultures similar?
Food in Korea is not just about eating, it's about connection and community. One of the biggest similarities with Chinese culture is the idea of shared meals. In Korea, we usually place a multiple side dishes, known as banchan, at the center of the table so everyone can share.
Meals are often seen as an opportunity to bond with family and friends. For example, during special occasions or even simple dinners, people gather together, talk, and enjoy food as a group. Fermented food like kimchi are also an essential part of Korean cuisine, showing how traditional methods are still valued and preserved throughout generations. Let's talk about food. Are there any similarities between your cuisines?
Yes, that is very similar to Chinese dining culture. In China, meals are also highly communal. Instead of individual portions, dishes are placed in the center of the table and everyone shares them. This reflects the importance of unity and togetherness.
How about traditional celebrations? Are there similarities as well?
Yes, definitely. In Korea, one of the most important holidays is Yolel, or Lunar New Year. During this time, family gathers to honor their ancestor through a ritual called Charye. We prepare traditional food, wear traditional clothing called hanbok, and perform vows to show respect.
Are there any similarities between your traditional celebrations?
Yes, in China, we celebrate the Spring Festival, which is also based on the lunar calendar, just like Seollal. It is the most important holiday in China and it shares many similarities with Korean traditions. Families travel long distances just to reunite, prepare special meals, and honor their ancestors.
With all these similarities, do you think this helps strengthen understanding between your countries?
Yes, I believe so. When people recognize shared values, it becomes easier to understand and respect each other. It creates a sense of familiarity even between different cultures, which can help build a stronger relationship.
With all these similarities, do you think this will help strengthen connections between your countries?
I agree. These similarities reminds us that despite our differences, we have common ground. This can help promote friendship, cooperation, and greater cultural appreciation between our countries.
This has been a meaningful and informative discussion. This is Ace Benjamin Zamora signing off. Stay healthy, be healthy. Back to you, Daph.
Thank you, Ace. Today's conversation shows us that cultural connections go beyond borders and bring people closer together. While South Korea and China share deep historical and cultural roots, each country has developed its own unique identity over time. These differences can be seen in their language, government, lifestyle, and even daily practices. Today, we explore what makes each nation distinct. So let's go live to Misha for a closer look. Misha?
Thank you, Daph. I am here with Christopher from South Korea and Abby from China. Today, we'll take a detailed look at how their cultures differ in ways that shape everyday life. Let's begin with language and writing systems. Christopher, can you tell us what makes a Korean writing system unique?
안녕하세요, Christopher Liga. In South Korea, we use Hangul, which is our official writing system. What makes Hangul unique is that it was intentionally designed to be easy to learn and use. The letters are based on the shape of the mouth when producing sound, which make it very logical and systematic. Because of this, most Koreans are able to read and write at a very young age, and literacy rates are very high. This is quite different from more complex writing system, and it reflects Koreans' focus on accessibility and communication in everyday life.
That's very clear and interesting. Abby, how does China's writing system differ from that?
In China, we use Chinese characters, which is very different from Hangul. Each character represents a meaning and sometimes even a concept or idea rather than just a sound. Because of this, learning the writing system requires a lot of memorization and practice over many years.
That's a very insightful comparison. Now let's move on to pop culture and global influences. Christopher?
South Korea has become very well known globally because of its entertainment industry. K-pop, Korean dramas, and films have gained international recognition and have attracted fans from all over the world. This global popularity has helped promote Korean culture, language, and even fashion.
Abby, how does China's global influence compare?
China's global influence is often seen in different areas. While entertainment is growing, China is more widely recognized for its contributions to technology, manufacturing, business, and historical heritage.
Very interesting. Now let's explore food culture where differences are also very noticeable. Christopher?
Korean cuisine is known for its strong and bold flavors, especially spicy and fermented food. Dishes like kimchi are often eaten almost every day and are considered essential to our meals. Another important aspect is that Korean food tends to have consistent flavor profile across the country, which gives it a strong national identity.
Abby, how does Chinese cuisine differ?
Chinese cuisine is extremely diverse because of its size and regional differences. Each region has its own cooking style, ingredients, and flavors. For example, some regions prefer spicy food, while others focus on sweet or mild flavors.
That's a great distinction. Lastly, let's talk about education and daily life. Christopher?
In South Korea, education is highly competitive, and students are expected to perform well academically. Many students attend private academies after school, sometimes studying late into the night. This creates a very disciplined and hardworking environment, but it can also be stressful. Education is seen as one of the most important ways to achieve success, so both students and families invest a lot of time and effort into it.
And in China, Abby?
In China, education is also very important, but the level of competition is even higher because of the large population. Students prepare extensively for major exams, which can determine their future opportunities.
As we've heard today, while South Korea and China share historical connections, their differences in language, governance, lifestyle, and culture clearly define their unique identities. Understanding these differences allows us to appreciate each country more deeply. Stay hydrated, stay safe. This is Misha Appa, your reporter. Back to you, Dad.
Thank you, Risha. Indeed, while similarities connect cultures, it is their differences that make each nation truly unique. That's all for today's Global Connect News. Bringing news with no bias, news with clarity, and news with dignity. I'm Daphne Dassey. Stay informed and stay connected.
Oh, there you are! And that brings us to the end of today's video. So, what did we learn about South Korea and China? Well, even though these two countries have their own unique identities, it's clear that they share some deep cultural similarities. Both cultures strongly value family, respect for elders, and traditions, which are rooted in long-standing philosophies like Confucianism. You can also see similarities in how they celebrate important festivals, gather families, and enjoy meals together. But at the same time, their differences really make each country stand out. From their writing systems, with Korea using Hangul and China using complex characters, to their government systems, lifestyle, and even food flavors, each nation developed its own path.
That's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this.
Don't forget to click like, subscribe, and click the notification bell. See you for the next video!